Want to do your own taxes this year? Well, stay tuned because this episode of Staples Tech TV is for you. Hi, I'm Alyssa and welcome to Staples Tech TV. They say there are only two guarantees in life: death and taxes. While death is inevitable, taxes don't need to be the end of you. Picking the right tax software goes a long way to making them a lot less painful. The advantages of self-filing can now outweigh the old-fashioned choice of just handing it over to somebody else. Handling your own taxes will give you a much better understanding of the system, helping you plan your spending, saving, and filing every year. E-filing makes filing taxes on your own easy and simple, so it makes more sense to educate yourself on your own returns to ultimately save you money. TurboTax is one of the most popular online tax preparation and filing software solutions. To give you an idea of just how big it is, last year alone, more Canadians filed with TurboTax than all the other tax filing software products combined. Yeah. Owned and operated by software giant Intuit, TurboTax is backed by a solid company history of almost 3 decades and offers its own tax filing service with basic, step-by-step guidance online. Trust me, if I can do it, so can you. So there are different versions of TurboTax, including Basic, Standard, Premier, Suite, Home&Business, 20 Return, and Incorporated. The TurboTax website has a pop-up window which will ask you several simple questions, basically to help you determine the best package for you. Remember, each edition can only take you so far, especially if you have to claim items like self-employment taxes or investments. It's helpful for you to determine what you need ahead of time. So let's see which TurboTax version is right for you. First, we'll start down here with the basic version. Basic does what it says it does on the label. It covers extremely basic tax returns. TurboTax Basic is for Canadians with simple tax returns to prepare and file. Like all versions of TurboTax, Basic includes updated government forms, so your simple returns will be up to date. Now, if you've made charitable donations, have more than one T4, or have any additional deductions you want to claim, you'll want to upgrade to TurboTax Standard. TurboTax Standard is the best-selling version of TurboTax for a reason. It's the version appropriate for most Canadians, as it includes the features needed to file a return if you have a mortgage, if you gave to charity, or if you have RRSPs or tuition to claim. It's the best version to choose if you want to optimize deductions between spouses and family members. With up to 8 returns included, it's ready to handle tax for families and for professional individuals. Moving right along, TurboTax Premier is the ideal tax preparation software for Canadians with investments and rental property income. This is the group that I think would be most inclined to go to a tax professional, normally. But just because you have complex tax needs shouldn't mean having complex tax preparations. TurboTax Premier includes everything in Standard, plus powerful tools to help you easily claim investments and rental property income. Even if you're using TurboTax for the very first time, you'll find it easy to minimize taxes owed and optimize deductions to save you more money. If you own and made repairs to a rental property or rent out a room in your own home, claim every possible expense with TurboTax Premier. Rental properties can and should be a great investment for your day-to-day life and your future plans. TurboTax Premier provides extra guidance for rental property income, helping you determine eligible expenses and providing tips for refinancing. Now, if you're looking for a great deal to manage your finances year-round to get your biggest refund at tax time, then you'll want to consider TurboTax Suite. It combines 2 popular financial tools in just one package: Quicken Home&Business and TurboTax Premier. With Quicken Home&Business, you can organize all your investments in one place, identify tax-deductible expenses, and customized invoices and estimates. Next down the line, we have TurboTax Home&Business. This version is ideal for preparing personal and self-employment taxes, including sole proprietors, consultants, contractors, and unincorporated businesses. It has all the features of TurboTax Premier, plus more. It includes up to 12 returns and supports federal and provincial tax returns, including Quebec. The step-by-step guidance makes it easy for first-time users with free software support 7 days a week. If you need to file multiple returns, including personal and self-employment, then you'll want to consider TurboTax 20 returns. It includes all the features of TurboTax Home&Business, supports federal and provincial tax returns, but it includes up to 20 returns. And lastly, we have TurboTax Incorporated, the ideal solution for filing T2 corporate tax return. The Active Auditor feature double checks for accurate calculations and flags errors to reduce audit risks. It includes one T2 corporate tax return, and the step-by-step guidance makes it extremely easy for first-time users. One of the best features of TurboTax is the Optimizer tool. It shows you how different RRSP contribution amounts affect your refund or tax owing to determine the optimum RRSP contribution amount for you and your spouse. And if at any time you ever get confused while doing your taxes, like many of us can and do, get free tax advice by connecting live one-on-one with a tax pro 24/7. TurboTax is so confident in its software that its calculations are guaranteed to be 100% accurate, and they'll guarantee a maximum refund on your annual return. So, with all these different versions of TurboTax to choose from, hopefully I've helped you determine which one is right for you. Take a more hands-on approach and learn more about tax laws and processes without actually having to be a tax pro. Once you start doing taxes on your own with TurboTax, you'll be using it for years to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let us know your thoughts about doing your taxes on your own in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching Staples Tech TV. See you next time.